Hi everyone, Mature Simmer here. So welcome back to Motorsports Manager as I'm trying to play through here with the F1 2022 workshop add-on. So I'm just trying to figure out if there is a way I can survive and get this team competitive. You can see my job security is sitting at as uneasy. I'm not anywhere near the team championship of third or above. I mean, I think I'm fifth, but as you can see, like as I said, not anywhere near. I have to double my points just to get to fourth. So definitely been a bit of a challenge. We're kind of right at the midpoint now. We're at event 5 that we're heading to at Red Bull Ring. And you can see that's out of 9. We've got 6 weeks until our factory upgrades are done, and just a few days till some part improvements. So we're going to have some performance improvements before the race, potentially, that we can take a look and see if it makes sense. So let's get into things. Alright, so immediately one day in, they're just letting us know that we've got the repairs on both cars and that the mechanics can get working on performance and reliability. So if I go here, I already have them set working on those things. So you can see again where we're going to end up. And so these are the reliability improvements we're doing. We're changing the spec part, the front wing, on one of the cars. And then this was a part I had created, a gearbox, so we're just upping that. So that's likely not to do anything. But then we've got performance on both the suspension and the gearbox, so that hopefully we can match up to the other improvements we've done in that case as well. Alright, so there's gossip that Leclerc wants to get out of Ferrari, so another unhappy driver. But this is the most important thing. A new voting season is taking place at the FIA. The issue which has been tabled is standard merit payments. The vote will be contested by all team bosses of the championship. So this rule will benefit mid-ranked teams, includes us. So obviously we want to vote for. I'm assuming that's Trident. There's 3 teams that will not benefit, but hopefully we can get folks to side with us here. So let's see. So we know we've got 3 against. What now happens? So we've got a 4, another 4. The 4s have it so far. Abstained. Oh boy, we're tied. Now what? Oh, and wait, like he's the president or something, but maybe he's also a team. Well, sadness. Alright, the proposed change has been rejected. Yeah, he is. He's the FIA president, which means the standard merit payments will not be implemented. Next meeting will be in 56 days. Not good. So it would have been nice. Would have been nice to get that benefit. Alright, so let's go back here. We have a dilemma. Today is Rashad's birthday. The team usually throws a small party to celebrate such occasions, but since you're the boss, it's up to you whether we do so this year. What do you think? Well, I think we're not a mean boss, so we're going to do that. We've got $7 million in the bank. We can afford $100,000 and make Rudy happy. So there we go. I don't know that any of these guys, I don't know why I called him Rudy, will make Rashad happy, but I don't know why. I don't know that any of those guys are that terrific that we want to hang on to things as far as the staff, but we don't want to be jerks. That would be a bad reputation to have for sure. All right, so we're down to 24 days. I think we're going to get the races going. That's what's going on here. So, no Verstappen. Oh wait, that's the championship standings. But yeah, Verstappen finished 10th. Hamilton did worse than that though. So Hamilton had an opportunity to make up some ground and choked. So down to 5 weeks. So move along here. We'll see where we get. I don't know that we'll stop at Indy. This actually might be a couple weeks of progress here, so that would be pretty good. Yeah, we're down to 10 days. Let's see what we have in our mail. All right, Dixon on the IndyCar Championship. All right. Those will probably become more interesting to me when I actually am doing well. Right now, I'm just kind of frustrated. All right, well, Verstappen did extremely well. Hamilton did not. So Verstappen continues to expand their lead. The F2 is a little bit more competitive, but you've got Hughes and where's Williams? So they're at least contending in this week's event. All right, the performance work will be done. And then it looks like there's some choosing a vote. So I'm a great believer in equality of opportunity in motorsport and want most of all to provide the fans with great racing. Your leadership has impressed me. I would like to offer you the chance to propose a rule change of your own this season. I'm sure you can understand this is not a common occurrence, but rather an exception to the rule. As such, I would request that in return for the generous offer, your team would provide the FIA with a small and very generous donation to support our work. The agreed price is by FIA is $1 million. My concern here is this is not a common occurrence, but an exception to the rule. This almost feels like I'm bribing the organization to do something, and it's going to cost us $1 million. And I think it's a bad precedent to set that, hey, you know, we'll just propose a rule change. We'll have some team do that, because obviously that'll side things. So I'm going to reject the offer. So we'll see. I think that's the right thing to do here. All right, so performance work is complete. Everything's on my cars already. So it's a 55 lap race, 2.1 miles. Pretty big chance of rain. Last time we had a 20% chance of rain, and the entire race was run in rain. Finally, here we have some brakes. So let's see. If we go to fit parts, Jake's got some pretty good brakes here, I think. Yeah, I don't think, unfortunately, that's the best we can do right now. Now, the one thing I did realize is you used to be able, on the mobile game, you could buy parts, but it doesn't look like we're able to do that. So anyway, let's auto. Oh, there's nothing to increase the performance on, huh? So yeah, I think, let's see. Who's been doing well? Stanek. But I think Crawford. I don't know. So I'm going to go ahead on the gearbox, and I'm going to fit him with this one. How do I? No, because I think this is him. And then, yeah, so he's got the faster gearbox. So we might have some challenge in scrutineering, which obviously would be bad. But we've got this thing, and any advantage we can get, I think, is going to be key. All right, so we've got another, I think, F1 event here. Well, Verstappen and Hamilton both did well, but sadly for Hamilton, Verstappen did better than he did. All right, so 3 days. So here we are at the end of July. We're just going to get the standard Let's see. I wanted to talk to you about increasing the team funding from my personal sponsors. Yeah, it looks like it says let me know what you think, but there's nothing I can do, so I'm assuming he just got that sponsorship. And then, yeah, they're just talking about different drivers. So we're going to do our normal 10th or above, because we're certainly not going to do better than that. Alright, and I think we're okay for that. So we should be good and be able to go to the race. Now this is a tricky track, it looks like. Definitely lots of twists and turns. Alright, well, a rainy practice day. Maybe the rain will go away before race day. Wouldn't that be nice? Alright, so we want to obviously do Roman and Jack. We're on intermediates. Alright, I'm going to change Jack's setup to, let's see. So this was the thing, like, I kind of forget. Event, tires, okay. I keep forgetting to look at what the important things are at each track. There's a lot of turns. So I would think acceleration would be key, which I think is a shorter gear ratio. Let me do that for Crawford. Alright, and then we're going to stick with the tires. So we're going to take practice. And we're going to send Stanek out. And then we're going to do a little break here before we send out Crawford. Let me take a look. I'm going to wait with Crawford until it dries up. And then I'm going to send him out on different tires. So in the meantime, let's peek out here at Stanek. Zoom out a bit. Thing is, I don't know that anyone's going to do incredibly well here. Yeah, some of the folks are out on wets because it is definitely getting to that point. Good thing would be, it would be nice if on my outlap would be where all the rain happened, and to some degree it will. So you can see. No, there isn't a problem. We've got a plan, Jack. We've got a plan. Just trust me. I'm just. You might not get your in lap done in time, but I think you're gonna be okay. All right. So he's starting as it's getting a little drier. So I'm going to wait a couple more minutes. I'm going to wait through, I can't point at the bar. I'm going to wait until the next couple bars. And I think this is going to be a bad idea now that I think about it, because it doesn't look like it's going to stop raining, but it's still lower. Alright, just to be sure, I'm going to go ahead and let's see. And I'm going to put him on softs. So here we go. Let's see how irritated he gets. The worst thing will be if it suddenly starts to increase toward the end, but hopefully that won't be the case. So of course Saucy is doing quite well. Oh, he needs more downforce. Alright. We didn't adjust that, so. Alright, so Stanek, I mean, we went out first, so that's not surprising. So let's see. Alright, the good news is, yes, it gets drier and drier. It's just a matter of, are we going to be able to stay ahead of people with the wet tires? Wow, and I am 8th. I did have someone finish behind me. That's at least nice. Alright, we're still on our outlap, and so this was good timing. Alright, he likes the gear ratios. That's the new gearbox that he's got, so... because that's the other thing we might have here. So there should be a little bit of drying that happens as well. The biggest challenge is going to be, are we going to get better knowledge for Crawford, given that I sent him out so late? But yeah, this is what I had wanted, because he'll certainly be done with his lap before we get past where we can see on the weather. So even if it suddenly starts pouring at the end. Alright, so I'm going to have to play with the arrow. I'm assuming that means more downforce as well. Alright, so let's see. Let's head over here. Let's increase their downforce by quite a bit. I don't know that I'll have enough time here, but we'll send him out. Of course, he's just getting things on intermediates. Alright, so Crawford actually did do better than Stanek, so quite a bit better, actually. Yeah, the guys on wets did not do well. Now, if the track dries before the end, it's not going to, so I don't know that I'm going to have enough time to actually get a lap in here. But we will have more time on the track, so that's going to be important. Okay, handling feels awesome. Glad to hear that. Stanek coming up on traffic, that's never good. Because that's just going to slow him down, and we are coming up on the last turn before the start-finish line here. Alright, well, he is pulling through, probably because the folks he just passed are on wets. So we got 2.5 minutes. Takes a little over a minute, so I should actually get my lap in. Alright, well, he likes the setup changes. I'm glad. But that'll give us some guidance for Crawford. There isn't enough time, so I'm just going to leave Crawford in the garage. Ooh, that was a real close pass there. Hopefully he can stay ahead here. Alright, so we've got the turn, minute and 17. We're definitely pulling way ahead. We're not getting any purples, though. But perhaps we'll improve our time. I don't need to be the best on the track, but if I can be one of the best, you know, and move up, that would be the best thing. So, pulling it in, let's see where we end up. Alright, so we did move up. Actually passed Crawford with that, so I'll take it. Definitely the increased rain not helping, but alright, so we gotta wait for the cars to finish. I mean, it's much worse now. You said you just loved it. I don't think they know what they want, these drivers. But 8th and 9th, not a bad result. Alright, heading into qualifying. Alright, so soft tire wear for Stanek. super soft tire wear, and then sweet spot for qualifying is bigger, so that does work for them. Alright, so I'm going to change his setup. Wait, I want more downforce, right? Yes, so we need a higher wing. The handling is good, so if I can get the handling back. I just don't know if the speed balance should be a little bit more that way. I'm going to try that. I'm going to give them the supers. Alright, and at this point they're just happy, so Stanek is just going to go that way. So I'm going to send him out. Again, I'm going to give a little bit of a gap. So we'll let him maybe get around to this point, and then we'll send out Crawford. Alright, so we'll go through there. So I'm going to follow Crawford because I'm most interested in him with the new gearbox. I need to be 10th or above. So we'll see if we can do that. So number 9 is us. We're the first one, so they're just hitting the chicane. Coming around kind of what I'll call the hairpin. But not yet ready to start. At this point, it looks like everybody's out. I think I need to, because I think that adjusts some things that they can do on their own. And that way they're kind of adjusting their driving, and then that should help with the tire temps. Alright, so Crawford is behind someone. We're getting up to the start-finish, so this does not bode well, because he's going to be contending with someone in front of him. But there we go. We are beginning. Alright, so Saucy, again, is already ahead of Stanek and everyone else. Oh, come on. Really? Oh, this rain. I don't want another wet weekend. So now this is going to be worse, like with Crawford going out, because I mean, the good news is I think, you know, we're getting close to being done, and then they can come in on the when it gets really bad. Alright, well, we got someone that finished behind us. Not so much. I mean, there's enough of a gap, but a couple people that finished behind us, so Stanek did well. Let's see, where's Crawford end up? Not as good as Stanek, but still respectable. Now again, we've got a good amount of people still set to come in here. But hopefully with more water, they're going to have more difficulty, because now we're wet on the track. So I would think folks are going to have a really hard time at this point putting anything good in. So at least we got out early enough that we beat the rain. But that doesn't mean that suddenly these guys won't be competitive tomorrow. But we at least qualified with 10th or above, so we'll get our 48,000 this time, which is better than we did last race, so I will take it. And everything cleared up. So, but we're getting more rain, so it cleared up for a second. But yes, at this point, we're just parked. There's no benefit of going out anyway, so we'll just let folks finish up. So I'll move this along again. It's like people are going out on laps, but that doesn't make any sense. So Saucy's been pretty consistent this year. They keep getting the poles and just being one of the best drivers out there. So, but we did match expectations. So we always just get, you know, good results for High Tech. I agree. And High Tech has a good chance to beat Trident this weekend. Alright, so here we are on the grid. Right now it appears sunny. We'll take a look at our weather if I can. So right now, yes, it's going to be dry. Alright, so the super soft tires. Alright, they're pretty happy, so I'm going to leave their setups the way they are. Although, let me go back. Because I'm thinking he's got the super soft benefit, but he does not. So I'm going to go ahead. So we've got 55 laps. I'm going to take a real chance. I'm going to put him on mediums because he's got the gearbox. And I'm going to just try to do this with no stops. Because, yeah, I can make it on fuel. So I'm just going to have to leave him alone. This could be really ugly. But here we go. There go the lights. And we are off. So Stanek in third. We'll stick with him for now. Crawford's getting bunched up, that's for sure. It's not going to help with the tires. I'm sure he's going to get shuffled back. But once again, with the gear ratios in the gearbox, he may be able to be more competitive. But right now he's fallen back. Stanek is staying up in third. I like it. Behrman got, yeah, that's okay. Crawford, we're playing the game that you are going to make it because you won't have to pit. So if you just stay kind of with the pack a little bit, even if you're at the tail end, because there's other people on mediums. I guess Behrman does have mediums now that I look at it, but you're fighting with them, so that's all right. So yeah, the challenge ends up being, like, once again, I'm just not sure what the best angle is for these. Probably the default's pretty good. So I can zoom in a bit here, but we've just got a lot going on. Alright, Stanek, come on. Stay ahead. I mean, the hope is that some of the folks in the back are just gonna stay there. Alright, I can't pass Leclerc. That's alright. Leclerc is way up there, and he's got better tires than you for this right now. So the fact that you're even contending with him gives me hope. So, yeah, Saucy is just incredible. Alright, and we can see Crawford back there, so everybody's kind of bunched together. So I'm planning on not changing his strategy at all, because otherwise I think we run the risk of just not being able to make it. I'm still not sure that we'll be able to anyway, because again, it was like 50 some laps, and I think that means I'm going to be running on the last bit of rubber that could possibly be there, so it just might be too much. Uh-oh. Great. So I think I just got hit. We lost a front wing. My goodness. Alright, well, we have to come in. Alright, well, that strategy goes out the window now. So we're going to do this. Obviously, we need to fix the part. This is going to take some time. Ah, so annoying. But yeah, and I'm assuming graphically, yeah, like we still appear to have a front wing even though it says we don't. So, stupid Leclerc. Alright, did we get out ahead of him? I think we did. No, we did not. Never mind. Because we had to change our wing. I was like, how is that possible? But alright, so that probably kills Crawford. Alright, so let's go back to Stanek, because right now he's the only driver that is gonna have a shot at keeping our team anywhere. So, good news is, again, he has longer wear on the tires. He got passed on the inside there by Foster. I gotta make sure Colette doesn't get by him. So, got another lap down. So I'm gonna speed this up a bit. We're gonna go to 2 times. Because I've been finding, I think the episodes are a bit long and there isn't much I can do in between. But, oh, I'm just losing spots. I don't understand. I mean, some of it might be the fact that Stanek's just driving poorly. He's a 2.5. The hope is over time that will improve, that he'll kind of settle into a rhythm. I mean, he's got a few seconds lead on everybody. Well, I shouldn't say everybody, but like to drop out of the top 10. Alright, so he's improving. So now we're at least back into yellow. 2.9. 3. I mean, he's headed in the right direction. Whether that was really the difference and what was causing him to fall back, I don't know. So, getting ready. Oh no, this isn't. I thought that was the turn for the start-finish, but it is not. Oh, we're gonna get passed again. What is happening, Stanek? Alright, someone behind him has a mechanical issue. I suppose that's helpful. But they have a mechanical issue, but they're fighting with us. Assuming they're gonna pit, but they didn't pit last time, so I don't know for certain. So, Nanini is who we've got. So through the chicane. Yeah, he passed us. Whatever problem he's got, it's obviously not significant. Wait, the guy behind, the 2 guys behind now have mechanical issues. Like, this is ridiculous that I can't stay ahead of them, and none of them, well, maybe the one went in. No, I don't see anybody marked as pits, so I'm confused. Did he suddenly fix himself? That doesn't make any sense at all. Alright, let's make sure. Alright, no rain coming, so we're dry. Not churning through the tires, you're fine. I mean, Crawford went in and changed tires, and he's already down to the same wear as you are. So, stop your belly aching. Your tire degradation is pretty bad, but that's alright. Just go. He's getting close to Behrman at least. So maybe he'll at least move up one spot, but then he's got a huge gap between him and the next location, so... Alright, Stanek is staying in 6th, but he's really the last one on super softs. Everybody else has worse tires. Like, can I tell what's wrong with them if I click on them? Doesn't really show me. Yeah, it's not giving me any info, which is not surprising, because that would be kind of really a bit unfair, but well, we got passed by them, and we got passed again. Oh boy. So yeah, overall, just not having a good showing again. I mean, at this point, Stanek's up. They both were at 5.5, but now Stanek is falling back. Come on, Stanek, you're in 10th. This is getting embarrassing now. You started out 3rd. You're just not even able to contend, and this is where my problem is and my struggle that I'm trying to figure out in this game is I don't know what else I can do to make my team competitive. I mean, I'm trying everything I can. Alright, that was a nice pass. It's just a matter of can he maintain it. Because in the past, the problem they've had is they do that, they pull off a pass, and then a lap or two later they get passed again. And this guy's definitely right on our heels. I mean, it looks like he's, you know, was gaining. Oh, well, there we go. Now he's, again, losing. Unbelievable. So, once again, a lap or two, and he's given up the spot. He was contending with Nannini, and now he can't even do that. Don't bang too hard into people, and then break parts. Oh, jeez, he did break parts. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Alright. Well, we're going to keep him on... I'm going to put him on softs, so that hopefully he can stay out longer. About 2 seconds to fix. So both of my guys have lost front wings. This is so much fun. So yeah, now I'm sure he's going to be... Oh good, now we had a mistake on the tire. Donovan, what are you doing to me? Alright. Crawford is fighting for a spot here. So far back that it's just sad. Yeah, Crawford, he's on mediums. Or no, he's on softs, never mind. But still, you're on super soft. You should be able to squeak by. God, he is churning through tires. He is not kidding. I don't know if I want this to be the strategy, though, and just keep him on super softs. Because, I mean, he did go from 18th to 14th, and I don't know that anybody pitted. I think he just did make up that ground because everybody had different compounds. Because I'm getting to the point where in a lap or two, I'm going to need to pit there. So let's see. I mean, Simmons is on mediums. I should be able to make up ground on him for sure. I don't know that I am. I mean, I am a little bit, but now both times are green. I'm pulling away from the 14th and gaining on the 12th, which obviously is what I want to be seeing. So we're within a second now of Simmons. Now he's fighting with someone ahead of him. That's partially helping me out. But yeah, once I start getting into that 25%, like I think next time around, I might need to pit. Because this is, I think, where I run into problems otherwise. So again, I mean, I'm doing really well. Yeah, I need to pit. It's just, do I want to go with super softs? Everybody else is on softs, and I'm so far behind. I might as well. My hope is that they'll keep staying out on softs and whatever, and at least I'll be able to make up some time. Because I don't think they'll be able to make it to the end. I mean, we're only on lap 16 of 55, and most of these guys are on, you know, halfway burned through. So hopefully this will be a clean pit stop. Yep, as clean as we could get. So I am now last, but I've got Leclerc, who just changed not too long ago, maybe just the lap before. But right now, me and Colette are it, and Colette is going to obviously be pulling in to get off the super softs in a moment. Alright, so they went in. Now, Nannini is falling way behind for some reason. Let's see, are we going to catch anyone here? I don't think so. No, alright, we got past Edgar, who was in the pit. So I'd hope worst place we get is 15th, because we're 8 seconds ahead of the next guy, so. Alright, so Stanek, kind of out by himself. Ugh. I just don't know what to try. It's like I said, right now, Crawford is not gaining. I mean, he is a little bit, I guess, but he's got a 1.5 seconds to make up just on Leclerc, and everybody's pretty spread out back here, so that ends up being the problem. Now, if I can do what I'm doing right now, is I almost took a 0.5 second off. So I don't know that I can keep closing at this pace, but if I can, that would be terrific. Alright, right now we're even. Yes, Leclerc does need to get out of my way. I'm clearly going way faster than he is. Alright, this lap we need to take him. Come on, Crawford. You're better than this. Oh my goodness, you were so close and now you're back. You opened the gap to almost 1 second again. Alright, he's closing down. I was gonna say, there's a portion of the track he seems to be better in the second half. Right now, though, not doing that well. I was right on his tail. I mean, the good news is, look, we are both closing down on the car in front of us. So, if we can get past Leclerc, we're at least then really close. Oh, but that's Stanek. All I'm doing is passing my own teammate. So, I don't know that that's a good thing. And that means Stanek is falling back. Goodness, now we're up to over 1 second again. And that's the thing, like, my driving is improved, but I cannot do what I need to here. Alright, well, we made up a lot there because of the past. So that passing he had to do slowed him down. He did end up staying behind Stanek. But Close to within about half a second. Let's see. Alright, we're back to 0.3 again. Come on. Make the move, Crawford. Make the move. You're right there. Pass them both at the same time. Alright, back on the front stretch. Kind of a high-speed area of the track. Now he opened the gap again. Ugh. This is just hard. Oh, right there. Come on. Take him through the chicane. Wrong side. No, maybe not. Ooh. Crawford, you got a pressure advantage. You got a pressure advantage. Stay ahead, come on. Let's good. Okay, whatever that means. But I would agree with the sentiment. Let's good. Let's get better. You know, so it's like we're kind of competitive. Like, you know, we're obviously keeping up with other people. But that's it. We're like play follow the leader. So my only hope here with Crawford is that I'm going to be able to... Thing is, I don't know that I'm going to be able... I'd have to, I think, stop 2 more times. Because I'm almost down to 50% now. And we're not even halfway done with the race. So Leclerc got by, so that doesn't help me at all, because we're just battling each other as teammates now. Alright. I mean, you would think that one would let the other by. I mean, I could give him orders, but... Jack Crawford, oh, they must have changed tires. Like, how did I overtake 3 drivers? But yeah, I think people are just pitting, so it's not incredibly helpful. Ay. Leclerc passed Collette. Like, Leclerc is just taken off. And all I can do is fumble around back here and only pass people when they pit, which seems to be my team's strategy the entire race season, which is not a great way to do things. I just don't know. Alright. So there we go. So you let him by. You don't need to overtake Crawford. You just let him by. So sometimes these messages make little sense, but this way at least Crawford can... Looks like he's moving a bit. Just now we've got, though, what, 3.2 seconds to the car ahead. And they're actually expanding their gap. Oh, Crawford. Sometimes, I don't know if driving improvement matters that much. I mean, he's at 5.8. Stanik's at 9.1. It's just always hard to know how well they're doing. Again, I'm at the point now. Or I think I need to do something. Alright, this should be enough then to finish. So I'm going to put him on softs. I can't do super softs twice. The pits are going to put me too far back. But yeah, because he's down to 20%, so he's going to start falling off soon. But we're right here, so we're going to pit. We'll end up probably, hopefully not in last place, because it shouldn't take us 18 seconds, but we should be able to get out ahead of some of these people. Nope. But we're there. But I would hope at this point, unless he really blows something, got 25 laps remaining on tires that should take me into the 40s. So it'd be pretty bad if I have to pit again. Depending on how things pan out, I might be able to do something, but you can see Crawford has stopped 3 times at this point. The fact that I'm even in contention, I suppose, is a good thing, but and the scary thing is I'm in a gearbox that has a risk of getting cited for a rule violation. Alright, come on. Get past Cohen, because all of this fumbling around right behind him is not helping. Because, yeah, he was 3 seconds behind, and he's close to a second. And I think he was even closer before. He just couldn't make the pass, and so he had a bit of a problem. Ugh. Alright, well, we are making up ground a little bit again. Half a second. You can get past Cohen. You just need to drive. Oh, he's like picking the wrong sides. He's always on the outside. I don't understand why he drives that way. Alright, you're right there. Now take him. There you go. Now, oh, don't get past. Alright, Crawford. So now, wow, he's 6 seconds to the next spot. I mean, Stanek is close, but once again, Stanek has to stop, as does everyone else, but except for the medium cars behind, but alright, good news is a new sector best for Crawford, so I'll take it. But down to 4.5, like I'm definitely closing, but again, these are people on medium tires. So I should be able to catch them, but man, we're opening up a gap over the spot behind. Right now, Stanek is just, he's 4 or 5 seconds ahead and behind of each car, so he's kind of all by himself. So there's nothing to see there. These guys are kind of close together, so if I can pass the one, I should then quickly be able to contend with the next. But all of that really gets me nothing. Like I said, my most likely outcome right now appears to be that I get to see what happens if I get fired. Like, how do I find another team, or does the game just end? I don't know. $20 laps remaining. Down to 1.5 seconds. I was at a 9.0 on my driving. Alright, so Stanek overtook. Simmons is in the pits, so I would think I could... Oh, I didn't pass him. Alright, But I've got a bunch of cars right here, so I can make up 3 spots. Alright, so Stanek does need to pit. At this point, we're down to 20. Do I put him on super softs? You know what? I'm going to play it safe. Because then I can just push him really hard. Alright, so he is, again, close to 3 cars here. Alright, no problem. So Stanek doing well. Just passed him. But now what I'm going to do is I am going to put him on attack. And we'll see. At this point, we'll have him just race. I don't need him to let any teammate through, because he's behind Crawford. Alright, and Crawford is within a half a second. He's right there. Ooh, close. Come on. You are right there. You are right there. Don't damage your car. God, Southsea is just running away with the world. That's all I can say. I mean, there's a good amount of people. It's just they're 20 seconds ahead. The tires are near the end. How? Oh, they're just such a funny group. Alright, Crawford. Stay ahead. Do not let him pass you again. But now he's got almost 2 seconds to the next spot. I don't know how that distance got opened up, but it must have been as we were battling. We were really, really slow. Oh boy, and I'm gonna have him pass me soon if I'm not careful. I mean, he's on mediums. This shouldn't really even be something that's possible. You know, Simmons could be a challenge because we're both on softs. See, like, Headley pitted, but he's coming out, and he didn't really lose a lot of spots. So there we go. Bierman's pitting. So that moved us up. So there's a few folks, but I think anything beyond Smolyar in 10th, I don't know that anyone pitting is gonna put them back far enough that we'll be close. Because there's definitely those 4. Well, there's technically 6 if I go all the way up to Southsea, who probably are gonna have to pit before the end. But, you know, when I'm 94 seconds behind, they're not going to have that kind of a problem. So, Crawford's 13th, Stanek 15th. Again, Stanek is pushing hard. Half tempted to push Crawford a bit, but... So, we're down to 0.3. So, what I think I will do is I will have him push. At least get 12th. That should hopefully happen. Hopefully soon. Come on. Crawford, you can do it. So, there we go. Alright, we're giving it to you. Yes, you can attack as well, along with what you're doing on your tires. Alright, so we did get past Simmons, but now we've got 4 seconds to the next car. Edgar should be pitting. But we're down to 11 laps. Just not sure. I just can't imagine these other cars aren't going to pit, but I don't know that the ones, say, from 9th up to 5th, if they're far enough back. So now we'll find out. Leclerc is pitting, but I don't think I can catch them. We did. Well, we kind of did. He came out ahead of me, but... So I need one more spot to at least get in the money. But once again, we've got such a gap. Like, Smoliar's not going to go. Leclerc just went in. So everybody else that's going to pit is so far ahead. It's just a matter of, can I catch him? 2.7 seconds back. Stanek is fighting with Trulli. But at this point, you know, trying to get a third place team finish is my challenge. Like, I can't keep finishing in the bottom half of the field, or worse, and then think I can contend. Because yeah, now I'm 3.7 seconds back. Like, Leclerc is taken off. I mean, I'm catching him a little bit right now, but. Alright, I'm going to really push. Alright, Stanek did overtake. Alright, it looks like some of the folks that pitted, we did gain some things there, so I do have to be careful. Probably going to put my tires back on neutral for both of them. I just don't know that I can even make it as far as I need to. I think I may have burned the tires too far. But if I pit now, like, I'm dead if I do that. Alright, so Nannini came out right in front of me. And again, they're on softs, so they're likely to be able to stay ahead of me. But it's exactly as I said, everybody's so far ahead. They got nearly 20 seconds that they can pit, and so I can't catch them. But let's see, we are... I guess the time it told me of the laps has already come up. I'm going to have to chance it, I think, and just try to have these guys stay out. I just don't know that... Alright, I got a 4-second lead. I'm going to conserve tires. So Crawford is just going to gain it on pit strategy if he gains it anywhere. But right now, to try to salvage a top 10... I'm gonna have to back off a bit. I'm still okay on pushing with the fuel, so I'm hoping the combination will let me get to the finish line. And I think I need to do the same thing here with him. God, Sousy is just... He's just ripping it up. Alright, so... I think we've still got 6 laps to go, though. It's just insane. So... Am I... Yeah, I'm not sure how far we have, but yeah, we're down to 18% on the tires, and ooh. Yes, they are shredded, but I mean, if Stanek comes in, he's gonna fall to last. At this point, I'm just trying to salvage something for the points. Alright, Leclerc. Alright, so I moved up to 8th. I'm gonna get passed by that guy, though. That was Collette, who I think just pitted. I can't imagine I'm gonna be able to hold him off on bad tires. But crazier things have happened, so we'll hope. Because I'm sure he's going to push. I mean, again, with the fuel, I'm doing great. I don't even know that it's worth it, but we'll make the change. Alright. You can't pit for fresh tires, dude. We've got 3 laps to go. Just suck it up. You've got almost a 3.5 second lead. You got 17%. Your tires aren't going to wear to nothing before we get there, so you're out there for the duration. 3 laps remaining. And for me, that's 3.5, but I should be fine. It would be so nice if somehow there'd be some magic that Stanek could do, but the only thing he could do, I think, is me pitting, which obviously wouldn't help, so I'm not doing that. Yeah, I mean, the first place car is like a third of a lap behind us, if even. It might be like more of a quarter of a lap. No, my biggest problem will be if somehow on these bad tires we just crash. Like, that would be terrible. Alright, I'm gonna put him on, because he's at 10%. Like, he's really making me nervous, and he's got a 7-second lead on the car behind him. Alright, I need to watch the fuel for Crawford, because that's obviously the last thing I want, is to run out of fuel. So I'm going to back this off, because I don't think I need anything else. I mean, we're still... Let's see, we were pulling ahead. Alright, Stanek fell back, but... Oh wow, he really fell back. But he's on nubs for tires. There's nothing else I can ask of him. He might fall. Wow. Alright, but unless something explodes... This is it. Oh no, this isn't it. Oh boy, we are right there. Come on. Do not get caught here at the tail end. Oh boy, he is gonna get caught. No, alright, he did not. Thank goodness. Alright. I mean, I could have been in 10th, but I'd rather not be. Alright. Well, at least we got a top 10 finish for one team member, which I think has been 2 races since we've had that. So I'll count it as progress, as minimal as it is. Now, this is our challenge. Alright, no rules broken, thank goodness. Because Crawford is the one with the gearbox, so... Was that the difference? Is that what made us competitive in the top 10? I don't know. Now we're down to 6th, so yeah, we fell a spot. Alright, driver morale stayed the same. We've got some improvements. I think Crawford is, like it or not, Crawford's becoming my guy. And once again, he's got better potential than Stanek. So if I'm looking to remove anyone over time, it's got to be Stanek. Chairman's happiness continues to drop. So, Formula 3, that's us, obviously. Alright, so the Hungaroring is where we're headed next in about a month. In the meantime, we're going to have the upgrading factory. Our job security has dropped to at risk. This is just a challenge. So let's see. Again, nobody great. I mean, I get my pit crew's not terrific either, but so car condition, all right, not too bad. Sure, accept an interview. Roman Stanek was penalized for causing a collision. Was this a fair penalty? Yeah, I'm gonna go with this here. We're lodging an appeal. Oh, good, and our chairman is more upset than before. That's always great. So, nothing of note. Whoops, I didn't want to do that. That's alright. Alright, so our HQ is getting really close. But we'll worry about that next time. Because, yeah, our staff is not great. Like, our sponsors and our drivers were kind of ahead of the average. But everything else, we're below average. I mean, the headquarters were a little higher. And I assume that's before we get this upgrade done. But I don't know that this upgrade's going to be incredibly helpful. And I might not be around to use it the way this is going. So all I can do is keep trying, I suppose. So thanks for following along. I'll see you next time.